What is this brand Tour Edge all about, and why do you keep seeing it all over the PGA Tour Champions? Straight ahead, we'll answer that question as we uncover and put to the test two of their newest hybrids, the E725s. Stick around. Hi friends, Bill here. Welcome inside the MGL Sim studio as we introduce you to the Tour Edge E725 Hybrid lineup. In a moment, we'll pull off the head covers and put them to the test so you can see the numbers that they are producing. But before that, for those of you who are somewhat new to Tour Edge in general, let me give you a couple of the top end highlights. First of all, this brand, these clubs are all over the PGA Tour Champions. The legends of the game love Tour Edge for a number of reasons. One, the quality of the club. No way is a professional golfer going to use inferior equipment. There's too much at stake. So you know that Tour Edge is good to make its way into those bags. Number two, for the consumer like you and like me, there is a gigantic price advantage, service advantage, rapid delivery advantage to all things Tour Edge. Why is that? Well, they're made in America. I don't know if you heard that part, but they're made here in America. In fact, it's right here on the label. I don't know, there's something special about that. So when you place your order with Tour Edge, you're going to get the clubs within, I think it's 48 hours, within a very short amount of time. Now for these, I have not had them custom fit to me. These have arrived pretty much stocked. They do have the shaft that I prefer, which is just a stiff shaft. And in my world, the hybrid world, I'm really hoping to find a hybrid or hybrids that would allow me to replace the 4-iron and maybe even the 5-iron in my bag. Well, what does that mean distance-wise? For me, that means I need the hybrid to reliably carry about 190 to 205. That's kind of where I need it to be. If I'm going to get rid of both irons, the 4 and the 5-iron, we're going to go 190 to 205. If I'm just going to kind of think about getting rid of the 4-iron, then we'll probably look for something that gets me to 195 to 210 in that range, right? If it's well struck. I understand there's user error involved in all of this. And so Tour Edge, in my hands, has sent to me a couple of different choices. One is their Hybrid 4, the E725, which is 22 degrees. And the other is the 3, which is 19 degrees. One of the key features of both of these hybrids is that in the back, there is weight adjustability. Perhaps you need some more height, perhaps you need some more draw, perhaps you need something different than stock will deliver. I just want you to be aware of the adjustability up front of these hybrids from Tour Edge. So what we're going to do here in the Sim studio, I'm going to hit some shots, we'll talk our way through them and let you know how everything feels to me, but I do want to issue a declaration, a directive, a mandate if I might. Do not go buy golf clubs without being fit for them. Go to a PGA professional near you. If the retailer near you is worth its salt, they will have a way for you to hit some balls and be tested and be fitted so that you're not spending money for clubs that will not help your game. That happens far too often. And when you're looking to fill a particular gap in your bag, make sure that you're filling the right gap with the right club. Okay, so let's pull the head covers off. Let's put some balls in the air and see how well the Tour Edge E725 hybrids perform. Let's start things off by pulling off the head cover on the 4 hybrid, which is 22 degrees. And this would be the club that would most likely replace my 5-iron, but depending on how far it goes, maybe it's my 4-iron replacement. A couple of quick little caveats as we start. One of the best uses of your hybrid is out of the rough, and we don't have rough here in the Sim studio, so everything I'm hitting comes out of an ideal lie. I'd like to think I'd never miss a fairway, but statistics would prove me otherwise. And number two, yeah, I hit a few shots to warm up before the camera started rolling with some irons because you don't want to see me come into hybrid time cold. So this range, by the way, will show us the distance left to the end of the range. That's not really where you want to be looking for the performance of this club. It's over in this corner where you have carry and total length is where we're going to look. So just a little guidance here on the numbers that you're examining. This is the 4 hybrid from Tour Edge, 22 degrees. That felt really good. Club head speed was 90, which is not electric, but pretty good. One of my goals is to get these balls over 100 feet in the air so that they would go high, have some spin, and not roll out too far. That one carried 198, rolled out to 207, and spun at 4,600. I'm pretty good with that. I'm pretty good with the ball speed at 132 as well. Let's see if we can even improve upon that. But that is the exact distance I was just telling you I was hoping to fill in my bag. A little bit of a draw on that one. Height was good, 106. Carried it to 200, rolled out to 210. Only 10 yards of rollout on a shot that had ball speed of 126. Boy, let me just tell you something. This feels really, really good. Really, really solid. Swing number 3 with the 4 hybrid. I didn't hit that one very well. That's got a big old hook on it. Got that right off the toe. So let's see what a mishit does for me. I mean, granted, I'm 20 yards away from my target, so perhaps I'm fishing it out of a pond. But it still ended up rolling out to 201, carrying 188. And you can tell I didn't hit it. The spin was 2641, and it only went 83.5 feet in the air. So not a good strike, and yet we got a fairly decent amount of distance out of it. But again, you don't want to be missing your target by 20 yards, obviously. How about one more good one with the 4 hybrid? Right about 100 feet high. Not much spin. I didn't hit it great. I kind of skipped into it. And yet it takes me out to 207 from a 196 carry. That's pretty good forgiveness, friends. And I don't know your game. Maybe you're all scratched. Maybe you're dabbling with life on the tour yourself. But anytime I can get some forgiveness for a mishit, I'm all for that. So let's pull the head cover off of the 3 hybrid. Now we're going from 22 degrees to 19 degrees. The weight feels the same. The look of this club is beautiful. Got a great matte finish on the top. Again, if you want to change out the weights, you can do that here on the back. You can get extra weights to come with it, and you could experiment with that a bit. Again, I'm trying to get a ball that's nearly 100 feet high. Now, when I go from 22 degrees to 19 degrees, remains to be seen if we can do that. So let's see how these two compare. Oh, that one just jumped. I mean, jumped off the club face. It went nice and high at 111, carried out to 213, ended up at 222. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can replicate that. I was 16 yards offline. That part's not ideal. The rest of it was amazing. I chunked it a bit. Yeah, it's only got 2100 spin on it. I kind of skipped into that one. So I still got 210 out of a chunk. I'm telling you what, folks, the technology in these clubs is fascinating. We can talk a little bit more about that. In fact, while I hit a couple more shots, let me walk you through some of the tech that goes into these Tour Edge hybrids. I really think a key part of the story for the Tour Edge E725 hybrid lineup has to do with their highest ever moment of inertia. It really is designed to increase stability. In other words, to give you more out of poorly struck shots, as you just saw from me. It produces less twisting at impact and leads to a tighter shot dispersion, straighter shots. And your accuracy really improves. It's the easy to hit hybrid is what we all desperately need so much. And some of the other factors included are the 360 Ridgeback technology, the 3D diamond face technology, And the adjustable rear weight options bring a versatility level not often seen in hybrids. Now, let me talk a moment about the 360 Ridgeback technology. It acts as a brace for the entire club head to produce more power across the entire face. Remember, I told you a moment ago that I hit one off the toe and it still went over 200 yards? It's sort of a result of that 360 Ridgeback technology. So it's designed to create superior feel at impact, even if you're not quite hitting the sweet spot. And then, of course, there is that 3D diamond face that is just as lively as anything you've ever experienced before. So I'm very impressed with the technology, the innovation, the forgiveness, and the feel of these Tour Edge hybrids. It's really quite something. Boy, oh boy, do these feel good. That one went out to 212 off of an 84-mile-an-hour swing. My friends, if you have never put a Tour Edge club in your hands, might I recommend you give that a try? These hybrids are electric. Absolutely love them. This, in case you're wondering, is the E725. Check out the description below for more information and for some links. Thanks so much for joining me as we take an up-close look at a brand that is made in America and might also be perfectly suited for a place in your bag.